Today is the afternoon of Saturday, December the 10th, 2022. It has been a long season. I've had quite a few chances to get out and hunt and seen deer the majority of the times I've hunted, but it's just mostly just yearling does. I think a lot of times it's the same yearling doe, but just waiting on a good opportunity. It seemed like for the last half of November up until recently, the deer just in general just didn't move very good, but we've had a big weather change. We've had almost a week straight of rain. It poured down rain all this morning and it is quitting right now. So it is 2 in the afternoon. So I've got 3.5 hours until dark. The rain's supposed to clear out. There might be a little bit more come in, a few hours after dark, but we should have a nice, clear and cool hunt this evening. And so I've got the muzzleloader with me today. I've got to change real quick and get my hunting clothes and put the orange on and get out there. We're going to this spot where I've hunted quite a bit. Haven't really done a lot of videos from there. I record a lot. There just wasn't much worth reporting about. Just seeing that yearling doe every now and then. And so, hopefully some of the bigger deer move today, whether it's bigger does or some of these nice bucks that have been showing up lately. Hopefully they'll be on their feet tonight with this good little change in weather for the better. So we'll get out there, show you what happens. Hopefully the rain holds off for the rest of this evening, especially since I'm hunting with a muzzleloader. Those things don't mix very well with a lot of moisture. So we'll get out of here, and if anything happens tonight, we'll show it to you. But it should be good. It feels good. And so we're hoping for a great day in the stand.
All right. The stage is set. Got some fresh feed out. Hopefully something comes out to that feeder and eats it tonight. If they do, we'll be ready. Well, it's just after 2:30. I'm all set up in this stand. Had a good north wind blowing from the lane that I'm looking down. I checked the trail camera down there by the feeder, and we had a really nice looking, looked like a 10-pointer, come out here about midnight. And that was it. I had quite a few other deer out there last night, and then this morning, not in daylight, and so I haven't really fed today, at least not right here. So hopefully, I don't know if you can hear it, but we got a little bit more rain that popped up, which I'm glad I got in here quick and got settled when I did. But hopefully this rain is supposed to completely clear out for several hours, and that way we can sit here till dark. And hopefully these deer will get up and feed good before it gets dark, because we got another chance of rain a few hours after dark tonight. So we're just hoping that they move while it's still daylight. It's all about the food this time of year, at least it should be. So we should have does around, and hopefully some bucks come out too. But this time of year, I'm not too picky. was exciting. I wasn't going to shoot that little yearling that I've been seeing every time, but when the other 3 came out, I picked the biggest one out of the group and took a shot at her. The shot felt good, and it looked good on the video, but it's a muzzleloader, so when I shot it was all smoky, and it's getting dark. I've still got like 10 minutes of legal shooting time now. It's been a few minutes since I shot it, but it's exciting. I'm shaking like a leaf. I've had some real trouble with the muzzleloader the past few years, and so if I get one with it tonight, that'd be pretty cool, pretty special. So I'm gonna slowly gather up my gear in here, got a flashlight and a camera, and we'll go out here and start looking for a blood trail in a little bit. I put her right behind her shoulder, and it looked like when I shot, she jumped up real high and took off in the woods. And so if it hit where I thought it did, she should be dead right inside the woods. But everything's so quiet out here, I couldn't hear if she fell over or even which way she went for sure. So stay tuned. Get any better.
Well, almost can't believe that it actually all came together tonight. I've been watching what I think is this group of does for quite a while, through this whole season. I think I've even passed them up a time or two when I was bow hunting, just waiting on a buck. And by the time gun season rolled around, I realized that I was ready to shoot one of them. Then they just quit showing up in daylight, and had very few pictures of them just in the past couple of months. Well, even at nighttime, they just kind of disappeared for a while. And so very fortunate that I had a hunch, which almost every time I go hunting I have a hunch, but it actually worked out tonight, and the deer were moving. I let that little yearling I've been watching all season, let her walk, and that paid off. She ended up coming out back out right before dark, and then a couple of minutes after she came out, these 3 came out. I think this was the biggest one out of the bunch, which I'm kind of regretting that because I have a long haul ahead of me to get her up this big hill. So I'll have to get started on that pretty soon. But just very blessed and fortunate to get some meat in the freezer. Big deer, big doe, lots of meat on her. She's gonna eat good and feed us for a while. And got one done with the muzzleloader, got one done with the bow. So now I guess I've got to put something down during the Christmas hunt. So I guess that'll be my next goal, to try to finish out the triple trophy. It'd be awesome to do that on a buck, but I've got another property that's got quite a few does around there, and so I'm not past putting another doe on the ground at another property. So thanks for watching. It was started out cold and rainy and kind of miserable, but it ended up being an adventure, and that's why we go out here and spend time in the outdoors, is because you never know what's going to happen out here. And so thanks for joining us for another Arkansas Adventure.